What's up, fight fans? Welcome back to Sportskeeda MMA News. Israel Adesanya labels Michael Bisping a racist for misnaming a Japanese MMA fighter. Glover Teixeira blames a bad weight cut for his sloppy performance at UFC 275. Sean O'Malley believes Joanna Jedrzejczyk chose the wrong time to announce her retirement. Joe Rogan explains why he doesn't like trashing fellow comedians. And YouTuber Slim Albaher accuses Bellator lightweight Kane Mousah of physical assault ahead of fight. All of this and more on today's edition of Sportskeeda MMA News. If you see any of your favorite fighters mentioned in today's video, make sure to blast that like button. Let's get going. UFC middleweight champion Israel Adesanya has jokingly called Michael Bisping a racist after the Englishman confused the names of two Japanese MMA stars during the UFC 275 broadcast. During the flyweight title fight between Valentina Shevchenko and Taylor Santos, Bullet attempted to lock in a gogoplata choke. Bisping, who was on commentary duty, attempted to reference a fight between Nick Diaz and Takanori Gomi at Pride 33, where Diaz won using the same submission. However, the Count got his Japanese MMA stars mixed up and said Akihiro Gono instead of Takanori Gomi. The slip-up garnered a reaction from the UFC middleweight champ. During the latest episode of his YouTube vlog, the last stylebender was heard saying,
"That was racist. Mike, that was racist."
Adesanya clarified that he was just pulling Bisping's leg though. The champion went on Twitter to post the clip with the caption, "Lol, love you, Mike." Although unsuccessful in her submission attempt, Shevchenko went on to retain her title by a close split decision win over Santos. Given how close the fight was, it's safe to assume that a rematch is in order. Do you think Valentina Shevchenko deserved her win? Glover Teixeira was moments away from retaining his light heavyweight title against Jiri Prochazka. However, the Czech fighter pulled off a clutch submission win with only 28 seconds left in the fight to become the new divisional monarch. Daniel Cormier and Michael Bisping pointed out that Teixeira made a crucial mistake when he went for a risky guillotine attempt in round 5. Fans also pointed out that Teixeira made too many technical errors, which is surprising for a veteran of over 20 years. During his post-fight interview, Teixeira alluded to a bad weight cut, which led to him fatiguing quickly during the contest. The Brazilian then provided more context into his weight cut during an interview with the Portuguese language website Combat. Here's what the former champ has to say. "Even though it was 9:30 at night, I cut the weight at 3 in the afternoon and stayed until 9:30 at night without drinking water, without anything. And then when I started to recover, I started to vomit. I felt like vomiting. I couldn't do the interview after the weigh-in, and that got in the way of the 5th round there. I always talk to my students, the weight cut will get in your way. If it's a tough 5-round fight, it will get in your way. And it got in the way. I think that was it. I've never had a recovery like this." Nonetheless, Teixeira has taken full responsibility for his performance. The 40-year-old Brazilian also vowed to return stronger than ever. Do you think Glover Teixeira deserves an immediate rematch with Jiri Prochazka? Chime in with your thoughts in the comments section. Joanna Jedrzejczyk received an outpouring of support from the entire MMA community after announcing her retirement at UFC 275. After suffering a devastating knockout loss to Zhang Weili, the Polish star revealed that she's about ready to pursue life outside of MMA. However, Sean O'Malley is of the opinion that Jedrzejczyk picked an untimely moment to announce her retirement. As far as he's concerned, Jedrzejczyk was far too emotional to make a sound decision following a devastating loss. Then again, Sugar added that Jedrzejczyk is certainly better off pursuing new endeavors. During an episode of his Timbo Sugar Show podcast, here's what O'Malley had to say.
I guess she said in the fighter meeting if she lost, she was going to retire. I'm like, it's such a, I feel like not a good time to make that decision after you get knocked out. But she said she wants to be like a businesswoman and do other things. And once you've made money, you can venture off into those other avenues. She's probably like, this. I mean, it's probably a good thing UFC fighters don't get paid a lot of money until a long time.
Jedrzejczyk was on the verge of getting another title shot after being away from the title picture for so long. She once ruled the UFC strawweight division with an iron fist, and her dominant reign hasn't been recreated by any other fighter in the division. Do you think Joanna Jedrzejczyk picked the right moment to retire? But if this really is it for Joanna, Sportskeeda MMA would like to congratulate Poland's Boogie Woman on her illustrious career. Joe Rogan has reflected on his past, admitted he doesn't enjoy trashing fellow comedians, and hasn't done so after the incident with Carlos Mencia. For those who don't know, in 2005, Rogan accused comedian Carlos Mencia of ripping off jokes while he was on stage at the Comedy Store. The pair then appeared on stage together and exchanged heated words while in front of a live crowd. Several years after the incident, Rogan finally admitted that he feels guilty about it. Appearing as a guest on the Flagrant podcast, here's what the UFC commentator had to say.
I don't like trashing fellow comedians. I really don't. I genuinely don't. During the moment of it, I realized how much negativity it creates. I was almost looking at like if it was a system. You input X and you get back this. A good thing was done where people weren't in danger of having their intellectual property taken by someone who's far more successful. But the weird thing was the anger. A lot of this is not logical. And it's one of the problems with the way human beings interact with each other, that we just choose teams.
Rogan, who was seen as the instigator of the incident, was banned from performing at the Los Angeles-based stand-up comedy club. Mencia, on the other hand, was permitted to continue performing at the Comedy Store, but his reputation had since plummeted. Was Joe Rogan right to call out Carlos Mencia publicly? While you're still here, subscribe to Sportskeeda MMA and hit that bell. YouTuber Slim Albaher was gearing up for a boxing match with fellow content creator Ryan Taylor. The fight was supposed to take place at an event promoted by Kingpin Boxing. The card is due to feature fights between a host of social media influencers and content creators. However, Albaher was recently withdrawn from the fight after revealing that he suffered injuries as a result of the assault he suffered at the hands of Bellator's Kane Mousah. Albaher posted a video on Instagram to give fans an update of his health. In the clip, the YouTube star is noticeably in terrible shape with his eye badly swollen. Addressing his fans and the cancellation of the fight, Albaher wrote, "I was jumped in London in my hotel lobby by my opponent and his Bellator fighter friend. I have a retinal detachment and now won't be able to compete on July 16th. Breaks my heart because I was looking forward to this fight, but alhamdulillah, it all could have been worse. Thank you for all the love and support." However, Albaher's supposed opponent provided a different point of view. According to Ryan Taylor, Albaher tried to pick a fight with him 3 times before Mousah finally got involved. Have you seen the video? Who do you think was in the wrong? That about does it for Sportskeeda MMA news. Here are some of the best comments from today. Joanna is #1 in the GOATS category. They need to get judges that know what they're looking at. All these terrible decisions make the sport look corrupt. If you like this video, please like, comment, and share. Your comments could be featured in the next Sportskeeda MMA news video. We always deliver daily content, so make sure you subscribe and hit that bell so you don't miss anything going on in the MMA world. For updates, quotes, and exclusive interviews from all your favorite fighters, follow Sportskeeda MMA on Twitter and Instagram. Thanks for watching.